Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Roll20 Presents Ghosts of Saltmarsh. It turns out the ghosts are just like a lot of dead shark men.
Yeah.
Just like
the ghosts
so many of them.
You know, that's what they get for being, creatures without a language that NPCs can speak.
The thing is, even if you could understand them, they would just be shrieking at you in a blood frenzy anyway.
Like, die!
We came in, we had a warrant, we were going to make lawful arrest, and they resisted. And then we killed everyone.
I don't think that's how it works.
I don't think that's what
We
happened.
shouted recon.
It was a recon
Shouted
mission.
recon, so that's...
We're scouting. This is a scouting mission.
I shouted FBI as well.
Fish boy inspector.
Yeah, and then they resisted arrest.
Good.
Well, we did all we could, honestly.
Out here they resist arrest.
I feel like if you tried to approach this adventure peacefully, you would just end up in the same situation that these lizard folk and hobgoblins at works are all in. You'd be working in the fish mines for your fish boss for the rest of your short, miserable lives. So it's fine.
I lived forever.
Well, there you go. That'd be the worst. You're a good get for the sahuagin, I think.
Recon is this campaign's boat.
Boat.
You know,
I
sometimes,
imagine that little fox is having the time of her life somewhere out in Schult.
Yeah, well, canonically, she returned to Nyanzaro to get some help to go and back you nerds up. So maybe everybody survived, and you all just have like a nice house in Schult now. You stop the death curse.
Of course we do.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Best not to think on it, I think. So in the real world, though, what's everybody been up to? How's everybody doing? Dave, are you still apoplectic in delight over Final Fantasy VII, or have you moved on to being apoplectic with excitement about Final Fantasy XIV?
It's difficult because one is more intense, but one is closer. It's like when you look at a picture and you can't tell whether it's small or far away.
What do they say? If you can't be with the one you love the one you're with, I guess.
Oh.
I accidentally pulled my headphone cable out. Sorry.
That's how excited too.
Shit, I did it again. Hang on. Move on.
Good. All right. Well, while Dave is struggling with repairing things, we'll interview R2D2 instead.
Sounds good.
Elf, how's things? You still hitting that Larp life every week, or?
Well, not every week, but like most weeks. So this weekend was a LARP game. Highlights are I got to use a cool new physical representation that we made of a psionic spear.
I saw that on your
my
Twitter.
character can now conjure once per day for an hour because of
psionic spear
ritual I created. So in the game, there's a spell called Psionic Knife and a spell called Psionic Blade, and you can summon like a little psionic dagger, which you can, instead of incanting your spell, you can strike your spell with the weapon, right?
Yeah.
So the psionic knife can only do it twice, and then it's expended. The psionic blade can do it 4 times. The psionic spear can do it infinity times because
that's the best number of times.
It's like a ritual level magic item, so it's like stronger.
Can I show the internet this
please.
psionic spear? Look at this spear. Look at this.
Look at
I'm
it.
gonna put it right in the middle. Look at that thing. How
Yeah.
tall is that?
So it's about 3'6", so it's a one-handed spear. So it's made for like
It looks
for
really
like shield
cool.
spear kind of moves. But so this ritual allows you to make a psionic weapon of any type, and we decided it was going to be this one-handed spear. And this game, I got to use it, and oh god, is it fun! 'Cause it's
Just wailing on people with it.
It's just like, come at me, Scrub Lord, spell strike sleep, spell strike sleep, spell strike sleep, spell strike paralysis, and you just like never run out. Unless you run out of spell slots yourself, you're just holding this thing and bapping people with it. Like it's super good.
That sounds amazing.
So I got to do that this weekend, which is cool. This game was like a relax after a stressful last game. Because last game,
Like your description of a relaxed game is wailing on people with a spear.
yeah.
I mean, it's relaxing for
So-
Elf, not
so my
necessarily the
character-
other people.
I see Dave
character-
nodding their head like, yes, that sounds great.
My character has like renounced the witchcraft stuff that they're doing because it's like gonna hurt their friends if they keep doing it. So I've like renounced it, and now I'm treating the law, the arbiters of the area, like demons. I'm
Right,
like getting
sure.
them to give me the favors and like doing favors for them instead of doing it with like the actual demons. I'm just doing it for law. It's fun.
So I think we have this in common, Elf, and I think we were talking about this on Twitter a little while ago. Playing toadies is really fun.
Oh yeah.
I have that same affliction where I'm like,
good old evil lick spittles and toadies.
Just worm tongue forever.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, but yeah, it was a good game this weekend.
Good. I'm
and
glad.
We had a visitor from Toronto who was like hanging out with us for our game. And then
I was gonna say, is this a person visitor or a LARP visitor?
a LARP visitor, but also a person. You know what I mean? So and then not this weekend, but next weekend, we're going out to the Toronto game. So
right, so they're the same. It's continual like
franchise.
universe
stuff. It's a franchise called Underworld LARP,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the same world.
Right, it's like the Camarilla or like the.
Well, it's different geographical locations. Just like you would play Vampire in Seattle or Vampire in Vancouver or Vampire in Montreal or whatever. It's the same, but it's like fantasy towns. You know, like our town is Zenistrand, but their town is Jericho, and their town is whatever. You know, like that kind of stuff, and they're in like different places.
What is that medieval reenactment? SCA. The SCA does that too. Yeah, where they have like made up fantasy names for places, and they're like, "This is Appledore," and you're like, "Cool."
But yeah, so we'll be headed out to the Toronto game. Not next weekend, but the weekend after. So
that's cool.
It's a long weekend game, so Monday.
Nice. You bringing your psionic spear?
I can't because it's like, how am I gonna bring it on a plane, right?
You
like,
just tell them this is a psychic projection of my rage. Please don't touch it. It's very fragile.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it, or it might knock you out or paralyze you.
Put it in like a hockey bag or like sports equipment kind of stuff, but like I just won't bring it. It's more convenient not to. And
hockey stick, psionic spear of paralysis, hockey stick.
The base of the spear is a hockey stick core, like a fiberglass hockey stick. So
yeah, I dig it.
It's pretty good. And then it's like all puzzle mat and Ava foam and fucking that kind of stuff.
Lauren, have you ever done any LARP stuff? Have you ever LARPed? Do you have any?
Not really.
Because I feel like the costume stuff is like, that's the barrier for me. Is like, I don't want to go and be all unauthentic in my like
I've
Iron
dressed up
Maiden
in
t-shirt. Yeah, right.
You also should come out and LARP with me. Do it.
Like, I feel like I should. I
can organize it. I
in the SCA. And they kind of weirded me out, so I was like, maybe I don't want to go to the SCA.
I also did. I also got weirded out by medieval recreators. I definitely had that experience too.
They're real into like violently smacking each other with weapons. That just
may I mention that Underworld is a lightest touch boffer LARP. So it's just touches, not smacks.
Yeah, and then I had a friend who was like, "Oh, I LARP," but he did like the serious boffer LARP and then do practice, which mostly just resulted in me getting beat up for like 10 minutes.
Come out, join me, hang out in my camp. I promise.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean I have to go to Edmonton?
It does, but like it's the one.
No, it's not Edmonton. It's the kingdom of Radicalia. Just relax. It's not. You don't have to go to Edmonton. You don't have to tell anybody you went to Edmonton.
We're going to. Anyway, we'd be in Saskatchewan, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, can we just, for those of you watching at home who are not Canadian, Edmonton to Saskatchewan is not an upgrade. That's a step in the other direction.
Well,
never mind.
Let me tell you just like a tiny story, okay? It's just a little one.
Okay.
So my friends run the Saskatoon LARP scene. You know what I mean? Like the Underworld game.
I like that word. That's a good word.
Yeah. And but they live in Edmonton. So they run their game because there's an Edmonton chapter of LARP that when this Saskatoon game was made, they had a contentious relationship with. So they made their game, and the site that they use is literally, I am not kidding you, like 8 kilometers from the border between Alberta and Saskatchewan, just being like, technically we're not in your town, you know. Technically our game's in Saskatchewan, so you can't come after us.
Now, Dave, I see you in chat making fun of Canadian place names, but I feel like if we turned a microscope on the English place names, I feel like you would probably not be so smug.
Yeah, being raised in a place called Guildford. That's not. That's a real place.
The thing is, there's a lot of overlap because Guildford is a neighborhood in Vancouver. There's a Guildford Mall, like not that far from my house.
So I grew up in a place called Marlow Bottom.
Marlow Bottom.
Well, so
It
what's
had the word butt in it.
little known fact? Marlow Bottom actually did all of the work that Shakespeare Bottom is credited for doing. Yep.
It's a theater joke.
Thank you. Yeah.
We passed by a town called Cut Knife on our way.
Sick.
And there's another one called Edgerton.
I was hoping there was one called Stab Knife.
There is Lashburn.
Cut Knife.
Ashburn. Man, these are awesome names for your first Dungeons and Dragons character.
Yeah, like Alexander Lashburn.
Captain Lashburn. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Lashburn, Cut Knife, Edgerton. It's good.
Good. Yeah.
Series of towns.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, if you can't think of cool fantasy names for the places that you're from, just look at a map and pick small towns from somewhere far away that no one will recognize.
Yeah.
And then you'll be playing on the internet and someone will be like, that's not a fantasy name. That's where I'm from. I live there.
That's where I live. Anyway, that's my weekend there,
Yeah.
Adam. Yeah.
So what? See, it's the Lauren. It's the getting hit with foam swords. That's the no go for you for LARPing, or just like being around people who are really into getting hit with foam swords.
No, it's not even like that. It's just that I have no skills at it, and so it's the barrier for entry. I don't want to go and just get like beat up first off.
I feel like there are certain LARPs though whose only purpose is to just go and wear your costume and drink mead and like call people thou. So
That would suck.
If you have no skill at buffer fighting, you play a mage and you throw birdseed packets at people for effects.
Do you have to hit them?
Yes.
Okay, that also requires the manual dexterity.
Well, it takes a little practice, It's fine.
It just brings me back to like dodgeball in school, just any sports classes in school, which were not my forte.
I promise you, it's nothing like any of that.
Okay. I'll trust you.
This is my formal invitation. Come visit me.
Dave's still enjoying that sanctioned violence in real life and in a game.
Yeah, I was in Elf's chat when she and her friend were talking about stuff, and I was like, how intense do people get at sword fights? And then I was getting worked up by it, and then you're telling me like this is low contact, like weak touch. I'm like, no.
Well, listen, Dave. Listen, it is as intense as the person that you match up with. Like, if you know the people that you're fighting, some people will go harder, some people will go softer based on like what people are comfortable with. People aren't going to go full bore on me because I don't like that. You know what I mean? Whereas some people, they go and like they like get into fake wrestling positions, like throw each other around and like get into real like scraps, you know what I mean? Like
and they kiss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
The tension spills over.
I mean, let's be real. That's what most teenage vampire LARPs were, where it was just like we're gonna stand around brooding for a while, and then
I mean,
it's fine.
I haven't had a proper sword fight with someone in like many years.
Dave, this is my official invite. And anyway,
I mean, it's easier for them. They're like 20 minutes away.
My partner, Siobhan, she used to visit from London, England.
Listen, all you gotta do, Dave, is just go to the Tower of London, get on one of the Griffins, and then just AFK for like a couple of hours. You'll arrive in Toronto. Then you got to get on a horse and ride through the PvP zone in the middle of Canada. You'll be fine.
break into one of the Queen's castles because they're all linked by portal network across the Commonwealth.
That's true. If you've done the Queen boss, then yes, you can access the fast travel network.
I mean, hasn't everyone at this point?
So as a cost saving measure, I'm not sure if it was the government of the UK or Canada or both. They have discontinued the free signed pictures of the Queen program.
RIP.
Which has upset some people. I know. I never got mine, but I didn't want one, so it's okay.
What? I didn't even know.
I know. This was a thing. Yeah, I forget the circumstances under which you were allowed to request one. But you got one in your life, and then they checked a box, and they were like, well, you've got yours.
Yeah. I mean, I think that you can do a similar thing if you invite the president to your like wedding or graduation. They'll send you like a letter.
Yeah, there was like a letter. I don't know if it came with a picture. If you turned 100, that's what I know.
You hit max level and the queen sends you a...
That's what it was.
I mean, that makes
100
sense.
years old.
So you're going to die. It's just a queen. It's the queen throwing shade, though, because she can't and won't die. So
Yeah.
she's just like,
She's immortal.
nice try, morons. I'm 167. Yeah. True. Yeah.
Nice.
Send you a telegram.
Mm-hmm.
A
Well,
telegram.
We'll round things out. With our non-subject of the queen, Blue Jay.
Yep.
How's it going?
What
What have you been up to?
My niece was visiting.
That's right. Your apprentice.
My little wizard. We taught her because we were trying to teach her to do the wizard hands.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously that's like a requirement.
Kids like making silly faces in photos.
But
anyway,
she kept
so.
doing like a flat hand. So we had to be like, no, you have
you
to
crush
grasp
them.
the orb. But she was figuring it out. She's 6, for reference. I am a very good aunt and took her to lots of cool places. We went and saw Wicked. It was pretty great. I got a shirt.
You did. I see that.
I also am 2 books into the A Portion series because we were talking about that.
Right?
And now I'm almost
Yes.
done reading them because I just rush through books like crazy.
I started rereading Sabriel because we talked about it.
Yeah, I did too. So I am done with Sabriel and Lyriel now, and I'm on A Portion, and evidently there are more books.
I think there are, but I don't think
Yeah.
you can get to the main story because there's
one-
one the wall or something like that.
There's a series of short stories. There's one that takes place in the past that kind of explains it's called Golden Hand.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And then there's one, I think, after the books now. I think.
Well, I'm excited to check them out as a link to my past. Because I've read these books a bunch of times, but it's been so long that I don't actually remember what happened. So it's basically like reading them for the first time, which is pretty cool. It's one of the good things about memory being imperfect.
Indeed.
Did you, speaking of old books, did you manage to finish that Forgotten Realms novel you started reading?
I'm still in the middle of it. I've had to take a lot of breaks.
Because Kellamfor is a
That's,
douchebag.
like, really
Because Kellamfor is such a douchebag. And honestly, Merkel's not in it a lot yet.
Mm-hmm.
That was on purpose, Dave. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I always found those. It's still on the list.
I always found those series to be more focused on Bane as the main guy, and then Ball and Merkel as the sort
Bane
of
is a
sidekicks.
big character in it for sure. But I just tend to read a bunch of books at once. I read really quickly, and I have a fairly good memory. I mean, obviously, I read this like a decade ago, so. But yeah, so I just like read a bunch of books at the same time. I don't know why. I just do it. So
There you go. Cool. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it enough to read the second one, and then you're not just kind of like, well, this wasn't as good as I thought. Goodbye.
oh no, I'm just waiting for more Merkel.
I saw a thumbnail for, but didn't watch the video for. Apparently, there was a Baldur's Gate 3 promotional video about the 3 or whatever floating around out there. So maybe I'll go check that out. Yeah, YouTube suggested I watched it, and I was like, I'm working. YouTube, get out of here. But yeah, apparently,
That's the whole thing, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, don't be talking about myths on Twitter, everybody.
Cool. Yeah. So should we play some Dungeons and Dragons? Should we do
Yes,
that?
please. Yes.
Let's just bullshit for another 2 now.
I'm
I mean,
ready.
we could. We very easily
No,
could.
I want to.
We got a fight to do. I'm just
There's a
kidding.
fight. I want a fighting.
There is a fight to do. Yes, that's true. That's true.
Clock Furnace Studio.
I'll find it for you later, Dave. I'm
Yeah,
sure it's
send me
still
that.
in my recommendations. Okay, so let's talk about killing some more shark people.
Yay,
So
fighting.
where we currently stand, you are exploring the far southwestern corridor of the uppermost non-submerged layer of the fortress of the Sahuagin, who lurk in ominous threat of the people of Saltmarsh, and they heard you coming, and I guess moved their operation out of the mining room, put all the slaves away, and then you rested, which gave them time to go and get them. But now you've intercepted them in this hallway. It is a very packed hall. Everyone in this hallway that isn't you a zombie, or a shark person, which is to say there's like a line of people. They are all chained together at the neck. They have no weapons. They have no armor. They are helpless as a babe in arms. I guess the lizard folk could bite people. And they're being led back to the work site when you are attempting to ambush them from around the corner. Now, the staying hidden part is impossible because it's a closed hallway. They'll see you as they come around the corner. But we're gonna roll stealth, and if you can beat them, we'll give you basically give you a free action in the fight. So let's roll initiative first to get everybody on the board, and then we'll figure out who is surprised and who isn't. I am not going
I got a 0.
Good, fantastic.
Hey.
Okay. I don't think I'm gonna bother rolling for the chained up dudes because they can't really go anywhere or do anything. Let's see here.
Fair.
Do we have any priestesses? It looks like just. Oh yeah, we do. There's one down here. Okay. And because somebody was teasing me about this on YouTube, I would like to point out I have learned the difference between ascending and descending initiative order. It only took me like 2 years. Shut up, I'm fine.
More than 2 years.
Yeah, more than that. It's true.
You learned it once. Did you forget again?
I just, I can do it consistently now. I click the right button every time. I don't have to do it twice.
I mean, I thought I had learned the ruler movement thing.
Oh, yeah, and then it got changed. Yeah.
So I don't know that.
All right, friends. So I'm gonna roll some perception checks here. So champ, Carl Smasher, the priestess, and then I'm not gonna bother for the dudes at the back because they're too far back. Okay, so do a stealth. That's not.
Oh goodness.
No, that's not good.
I also
That's
got a
the
6.
same amount of not good.
Let's see what the zombie does.
Turns out me and Lauren carry it.
Yeah. Wow.
So I will read you in descending order of time rolled my perception checks. I got a 24, an 18, and a 19.
Damn it!
I knew I was gonna fuck it up.
I rolled a 19 plus 5, 13 plus 5, and a 13 plus 6. So
Rip.
there will be no surprise round, especially for Makaria, where there's 0 initiative.
Fine.
Let's.
Does having 0 initiative mean I don't do anything?
No, it just means you go.
Do you remember that one time I got drunk in an alley?
Last? One time? No, I cannot determine the one time that you were drunk in an alley, separated from every other time.
Times that happened.
Okay, all right. So,
I also remember drunk on a boat and drunk in a tavern.
the champ up front, shouts, sees you on the corner and shouts a gurgling cry of battle to his allies, and Carl Smasher rushes to attack. So Carl runs forward, warhammer in hand, and takes a swing at Jewel, because Jewel's all smushy.
Stop.
Rude.
How dare.
I really think you two need to get married.
I get it would help. I got a 20 to hit.
Yeah,
you.
that'll hit.
Wouldn't help in that situation.
Wait! I have a cutting words. I'm gonna use it because it's early in the fight.
16.
Oh, right. We don't want the blood frenzy.
Damn it!
Damn.
Just short.
I feel like I'm not doing this to Yeah, you can see Jules' left arm.
Yeah, I can see just the fucking.
I feel like I feel like cutting words you should be able. It's like hearing, not sight, but that's fine.
I mean, you think so, but I guess timing wise.
And is it to your target?
Oh, I guess it is to my target.
Yeah. Okay. So you probably no. I don't think you can see. You can't see that dude. So just you can't do it. Just save the thing anyway.
All right.
Okay. So Julie, you take 5.
Oh no, blood frenzy.
I'm gonna not have. I'm gonna.
Like probably if he hits again, it's gonna roll more than.
It'll be with advantage on the second swing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Okay. So second swing with advantage. I get a 23. You're gonna hate. No, you're gonna hate me for this. You take 10 damage.
I will half that.
There you go. Okay. So that's Carl Smasher the first. Carl Smasher 2, son of Carl. This one comes running up, but cannot attack this turn on account of there being too much running room for Carl's little legs. And then this one.
There's two of them.
Smashes.
And this one.
What?
There are four. There are 4 smashers. Okay. Rin or Jewel, whichever.
I mean, I'm gonna stab.
You go first. You go
I
first.
should,
It's Carl
I
and
should
Carl's
just
Jr.
take my action.
Mhm. Yeah,
gonna-
you have a smasher in
I
front
do.
of you.
I'm stabbing the one that stabbed me.
Mhm.
Hit.
A 15 is sufficient, yes, to strike
Excellent.
Carl
I
Smasher.
will sneak attack
Okay, do it.
for 21 points of damage.
Nice. Yeah, you
And then-
jam your sword into him.
Because, I feel like this bottleneck is about as good as we're going to get. I'm going to just offhand again for
Mhm.
a few extra points of damage.
Yeah, nice. You hit.
Uh,
24.
add some insult into injury for 4 points of damage. That's pretty good for a short.
Excellent. Cool.
Good job.
Okay, and that's
And
your turn.
That is her turn.
All right. So then that means Rin, it is your turn.
So, I am thinking that I will move here, and then I will do my combination healing word, vicious mockery
Mm-hmm.
maneuver. And I
Nice.
will get our friend back to full, so the blood frenzy is not a problem.
Okay.
Hopefully. So healing word at level 2 because I've got some level 2s left. So that's 12 points of healing. And then I vicious mockery the nerd directly in front of Jewel
Got it.
with a 4 psychic damage to his dumb fishy brain.
That's
All
the
right,
one.
Carl. What do you got? Are you a wise Carl or an unwise Carl?
I mean, they are crayfish-like.
I got a 6. So
Aha!
four
psychic damage.
psychic damage.
And they are at disadvantage for their next attack.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Makara, your zombie does nothing because it's
Nothing,
a big
yeah.
goof. And then I know that it all happens and that this is just in order so that we know what happens, but between 16 and 8, nothing happens. Just a lot of
Those were some pretty shit rolls.
standing around. Everyone rolled bad. Okay. So the champ. Let's see here.
You can't do nothing. Get
Yeah.
out of here, champ.
Yeah, I think he's gonna hold action. He's gonna move here and he's gonna hold his action. All right, 8. It is your turn.
Let's stab the bloodied friend.
Okay.
Actually, is that monk? No, that's not the bloodied monk. That's the.
This one has been pummeled somewhat, and then this one is fresh. That's a fresh Carl.
Don't want fresh coal yet. Yeah, focus fire. Yeah, no, probably no.
It's a big no.
That was a
That's
10
yeah.
for those listening.
Yeah, for those of you listening in the MP3s, I said no and then shook my head sadly for 8. 28's much better. There you go. You hit him.
Fine, it'll do. I'll stab him for 14 damages.
So dead. Extremely dead. Just stabbed into the chest. Down it goes.
Wow,
Dag
Carl
me.
Smasher went down a lot easier than I remember last time.
They're not that tough.
Okay.
So I want to action surge. I feel like I should. Yes. I'm going to action surge. I'm going to attack the one in front of me.
Okay.
Action surge. 18.
Mm-hmm.
Mark him and deal him 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Are you saying Damix?
Yeah. I'm just.
Dave has become jaded to having to say the word damage. They have to say it so often.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, you get a second one. Do it.
Um,
Roll that damage. Another 10?
10 more.
Okay.
Double mark. So
That's not how it works.
They have double disadvantage. You have to roll 3 dice.
All right.
Is it worth pushing them over? No.
Okay.
So
All right. So, flapping their little feet, the sahuagin all the way over here will expend their turn running. All right. So you hear just like the wet patter of sahuagin feet, and then
Flap.
pretty much like being charged by a duck. Okay, Makaria.
Being charged by a duck.
Makaria coming in at 0 initiative.
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, so I will use my movement to move into the hallway so I can see what's going on. I will use my... I don't know if anyone's going to be moving forward, but I guess I'll use my bonus action to command my Zambo to, hit anything that hits Jewel.
Okay.
Again, my Zambo is going to be married to Jewel, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think you can't marry the dead.
yeah, we did a pre-show about this.
Don't break my heart.
Go back and watch the YouTube VODs at YouTube.
No. But first, I'm going to point at the fellow in front of 8, just barely able to see them through 8's 5-foot square. And I'm going to tell him to just die already.
Working on it.
Toll the dead.
All right, here we go.
15 wisdom save.
Carl Smasher gets a 19.
Oh,
19.
what a piece of shit.
You keep your tolling to yourself.
I won't.
All right, I believe that makes it Carl's turn.
Yeah.
So, this
does he have to roll for blood fury?
He's just gonna attack anyway. It's if he wanted to do anything else. It doesn't like use up an action or anything.
Yeah, so if he's blood frenzied.
Also, nobody's hurt.
Oh yeah.
You're all fine.
Yeah,
there's no blood.
Oh, I mean that's good. I want to teach my thing as well, but it's whatever.
So Carl Smasher, he's got 8 all up in his face, so he's gonna Warhammer on 8. First swing is a 14.
Nah.
And the second swing is a 23.
Nope, it is not.
Okay.
It is whatever my cutting words decides it is. If I can see this one.
Yes, you can. Yeah. So at the last moment, as it brings its Warhammer down over its head,
Stop.
it gets distracted, and 8, you deflect the attack with your shield, and it smashes into the wall next to it. Not so fast. All right, so a second Carl. Here, I'm going to take this token off the board. Get out of here, dead Carl. Second Carl leaps into the fray in front of the champion, and this one attacks Jewel with a Warhammer. First swing is a 15, which I believe is a miss, and the second swing also a 15. Pair of misses. Okay.
Yes.
I was like momentarily debating whether or not I should have used that cutting words, considering I didn't.
You know what?
Jerky.
Here I call.
Okay. Jewel, I believe that makes it your turn.
Excellent. Well, there's a new one in front of me, but there's one that's marked.
Yep, Jewel or Rin, you can do in whatever order you prefer.
I'm gonna stab. I'm gonna stab the one that's in front of me.
Go
One
ahead.
of them died and replaced with a new one, and it just
The
conveyor
one
belt.
that's marked taken damage.
It's the circle of life.
Oh, the one that's marked is taking damage,
Yeah.
and they've already gone. Okay, then I'll stab the one that's marked.
Yeah.
15 does it?
Yep, that's it.
It did last time for 16 damage. Ugh.
Nice. Dead. Super
Oh.
dead. Splurge.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Cool. Then I'll just give a little pop shot to the one in front of me.
Yeah, right. Might as well lash out with your second weapon.
Perfect.
Yeah.
listeners.
You know, the second weapon keeps getting much higher attack rolls than the first. It just does such terrible damage for another 4 points.
Crickets. I don't know. Frogs?
Okay. So a mild poking for this other one. All right, Rin.
Well, I had a plan, but now my plan, there isn't as many Carls in Vision. So
yeah,
there's
one
this
Carl
guy,
and
right?
one big Sahuagin.
There's this big Sahuagin. I think a vicious mockery of our big Sahuagin friend is probably worthwhile because they're gonna attack at
Yeah,
some point.
I realized my faux pas in suggesting to kill that one because now the champion can get into range.
I shall viciously mock for 8 damage the Sahuagin champion guy.
The dude in the back.
Yeah, big old beefy Sahuagin.
All right, so this one I get 14 on the save.
14 on save, so you fail.
That's right. So he
You
takes
take 8 damage.
8, and now
You are not as moist as you could be.
he's very sensitive about his dry skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your elbows are flaky.
Ah! Okay, good. All right, so he's got disadvantage on his next attack. Anything else? You just gonna hang out and talk
I think
shit?
that's my whole deal.
Perfect. All right. Makaria, your zombie. No one has hurt
Yeah.
Jewel, so
yeah,
and
and it can't really get up there.
it
Anyway.
could. It could walk through 8 or Jewel. It could get
Oh,
up there.
okay. If no one's,
But nothing's hurt Jewel yet. So
Oh,
I mean, the thing tried though, didn't it?
you said
It was
attack anything
smacking
that
at
hurts
her.
Jewel. You could have it move up and like hold its action, like because it sees the threat. But
quick, Jules, say this one in front of me is hurting my feelings.
Ow!
Damn.
It hurt me.
you fall down. Oh, my leg. It hurts so bad.
Turn around to the zombie.
Performance
Like a
check.
soccer player.
I want a performance check on that.
I mean, okay, yes, Jewel, if you want to pretend like it hurt you real bad to inspire the zombie to attack it, yes, you can make a
I don't know
performance
if
check.
I know that the zombie's job is
think-
to have anything that hurts.
Well, yeah, because Makaria communicates mentally, so
I
no.
exert
Okay.
my will.
All right,
it would
so
be in such a good spot tactically as well.
I just thought defend Jewel was too like complicated. Of a
yeah, you
command.
can't. There's no. The thing is with defending, it's not a thing in this game. You can't defend
Yeah.
something like.
So.
So it's it's not possible.
Zombie. Oh,
I mean, but
Um,
the thing is that if you're going by like I don't know, the Sahuagin made an attack on Jewel.
You didn't say defend though. I think you said hurt, but whatever. Like I said, you can move it up there and then just have it hold its action until something attacks Jewel.
But something did attack Jewel. It just didn't hit.
Right, but it's not like it's within range. Like you could just move it up and do the thing.
And then have it hit the thing.
Anime Dead is so tedious because it's so unclear. If you wanted to take a turn, go ahead and do it. Like I just don't care at this
Okay.
point.
All right. I would like that to
Okay,
happen.
go. It's
It-
so stupid because it's
It
so
hits
like
for
unclearly.
18 on the thing that tried to attack Jewel.
People who design the spell reword it so that it gives you specific things the zombies can do.
It does 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All right.
the
The champion.
Kill indiscriminately would not be a good command. I don't think.
The champion is going to attack the zombie. It gets a 7. It gets a 25, which is a crit.
Wait, it
Is the
gets.
zombie
I thought
out?
you said it gets a 7. Oh, it attacks twice.
It attacks 3 times.
Oh shit! All right.
The first
cool.
one's a miss. Second one is a crit.
Okay.
You can use your ability or no?
Now it's a zombie.
Okay, 9 damage.
Okay.
And the third attack is another 9 damage.
Bye, zombie.
Okay, 8. Your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna stab this friend.
Okay.
To my northeast. Javelin, ho! 26, that'll hit.
Okay.
13 damage and mark.
Okay.
Second attack. 19 for a further 15 points of damage.
Okay, it's dead.
Heck yes. Do I want to stay here or should I move up and force them? Because then Jewel wouldn't be able to get any attacks in. What would you rather I do?
I mean, you could move up to there, and Jewel could move up to there, and you could corner this guy.
That's perfect. Thank you. Good suggest. I'm gonna knock
Sorry,
this man down.
8 is moving to the left of the seafood again.
Don't try to describe the map.
Sorry.
I'll push this man. Push
Okay.
him. Uh-oh. That's a 10.
21. No push.
You know fall down.
No. Okay. So let's see if the little sahuagin. Yeah, they can. Well, that one can anyway.
Don't worry, everybody. We're moving Zorth.
Okay, so the sahuagin, the regular ones charge forward. The little one that's touching the zombie has advantage.
Does the zombie have blood?
Doesn't matter if they have blood or not. It doesn't have all its hit points. Okay, so one spear attack, which is an 8. Sorry, what's the AC on a zombie? 8?
Really low.
Okay, it takes 5 damage.
So he has to make the check for Constitution saving throw with a DC of 5 plus the damage taken. What was the damage taken? 5?
5. Yeah, it's a DC 10 con save.
Okay. He gets it.
Okay,
He's
and
still alive
then
at 1 hit point.
second attack, which is a bite with advantage. It's a 15 for another 2.
So 8?
7.
AC
7. No, DC plus 5 plus damage, so 7. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Hey, we still got it.
Okay.
Jormir, take 2.
I got a 21 and a 20. The zombie is doing work.
Okay, so the
This one's dead,
priest-
Carl.
The priestess moves up, and I think she is going to cast Bless. These actually, I think I might. I wonder if I have. Let me see if I can grab one. Those cool things that I was showing you last time.
Oh yeah.
See if I have one for Bless.
Bobbers.
Here we go. We're gonna use the blue ones because they're sahuagin.
Yeah.
All right, that one. That one. I get 3 targets, right? And that one.
Oh, it looks so
Depending
cool.
If she wants to use a higher slot, she need more people.
I don't know if she. I
That's
think she
badass.
has. I think
It
she,
looks so cool. I kind of love
okay.
it.
All right. So -1 per turn. There is Priestess Bless there. Okay. All right.
Would you mind, just for us in the future, putting a little token to denote that she's a priestess? And she's using.
Yes, she's the same token as the sahuagin. I don't actually think you can visually discern one sahuagin from another. Like I don't like at a
It's
glance.
not like they're wearing a dress. Or
Yeah, I think it's intended to be that way. But this is the one that you saw. It'll be up to you to remember which one you saw chanting and waving their shit around.
Yeah, I thought they had separate ones previously. Never find.
No, they have just the one token. So I'm gonna just.
But Carl's, we know Carl's specifically.
We know
Yes,
Carl.
because they're bigger and they have different weapons. Let me see if the priestess is carrying a different weapon. Oh, she just doesn't have a spear. Yeah. Yeah, and might have like a holy symbol or something, but I don't think you're familiar enough with the dress patterns of a sahuagin to be able to tell.
No,
I think
that's
it's
totally fine.
Yeah. It's your turn, Makaria.
Okay, I'm gonna step forward a little bit, and this fellow is the one that's taking a lot of hits, right?
Which one?
The one in the corner.
Not a lot of hits. You got hit once.
He got hit once. Well, that's still good enough to have higher damage on Toll the Dead. So I'm gonna
True.
point at that fella and be like, "Hey, wisdom save."
Okay, so the bell of death rings out. The champion makes a wisdom save with an extra d4.
Oh no, the bless. Fuck.
19.
What piece of shit. Okay. I forgot the bless is gonna interfere with that, isn't it?
It is.
So I just don't have a lot of spell slots left. So that's all I got. That's it. I'm just like, oh damn, whatever god is interfering with my magic.
Cool. All right, Jewel or Rin?
Jewel, I seed the floor.
Jewel sees the stabbing target, steps forward
'Kay.
to prepare for the stabbing.
Mm-hmm. The foreseen time that will inevitably come when all rogues will have their day. The stabbening has begun.
The stabbing has arrived as she crits
The stabbing
much
time.
damage.
Okay.
for
Hey Dave, what does your high IQ make this out?
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
Wait,
Dave's super smart. What is it, Dave?
So I think 18 plus 2 is 33.
Okay.
I did know it.
I did doubles. Okay, let me explain it to you. New math.
That right? I don't mean to be mean.
Yeah. Okay. And then you want to do you have your second attack too.
Oh yeah, is he still alive?
Oh yeah, he's tough. He's the biggest one.
These ones are tough. Crit him again.
Yeah, she stabs him again.
But he does have dry elbows.
He does. Yeah, that is a hit
Less
though.
damage.
Yeah, you hit him.
You know what? 5 points. She targets his driest elbow.
My dry elbows. All right, it's another 5
Not
damage.
dry anymore. You're
So it's got like flakes on it.
Yeah. You slice a chunk of dry scales off. Ow!
That's
I'm so
disgusting.
sensitive.
She looks and she's like, I'm hungry.
Gross.
I wonder if I can. Now I'm just fucking around. Let's see. Can I group these two? No, I can't. They get split apart. Okay. I'm just trying to find ways that I can not move the little animation guy every time I need to change their hit points. Okay. All right. Good.
So
It's your turn, Rin.
relevant to the fact that it's my turn, I had someone ask me last week why I didn't take a better cantrip to like with my wizard spells. Because I could have taken like Eldritch Blast or something, you know,
Yeah, sure.
like better cantrip. And it's because this group needed AoE into healing, so those are the two things I had to take. So I don't. Vicious Mockery is just
Wow,
my
excuse me.
Alternate
AoE.
answer. Go make your own bard. Leave me the hell alone.
I mean, alternate answer: Eldritch Blast is for dorks. You can take your Eldritch Blast and shove it underneath your seat.
I want a shirt that has a picture of Rin on it and just says in cursive, Eldritch Blast is for dorks. Ooh, Eldritch Blast, you're so cool.
So anyway, time to mock this guy viciously because my spell slots are getting.
Yeah, you just made so many warlocks cry. Too bad,
know.
warlocks. Go cry into your demon overlords.
Man, isn't it great that your whole build is around that one cantrip? Isn't that super fun, engaging method of play? Because
All right.
I can't believe anybody would make like a class specific cantrip. For
Yeah.
Anyway.
How dare
Anyway,
they?
I viciously mocked.
Okay, so he doesn't even need the blessings of Sekola. I get a 21 on
Damn
the
it.
save.
All right.
Unmockable.
All right.
Your words fall hollow on the ear holes of this mighty sahuagin who can only hear the rushing sounds of 1,000 rivers of blood.
Okay.
Makaria.
Has this one attacked Jewel?
That one hasn't done shit, basically.
Okay, then
but
I don't think anyone.
I mean, it's a fight now, so it can just go. It can just attack.
Okay. All right. I feel like it would attack the one that hit it. Which one was that?
The two little guys behind it.
Okay.
Oh no,
Then
the big guy hit it. The big guy was way.
The big guy hit it?
Everything is pummeling that thing. So just pick
Okay, then it'll attack the big guy.
Okay.
Have a fun time trying to not hit that big guy. I got a 9.
Yeah, not so much.
You know, it just got all of its hit points taken away in one turn. I think that it's having a hard time. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's also like an animated corpse, so you know it's falling apart. Also, it would be kind of horrifying for them to be
You're
like,
doing great, honey.
So this is the thing. Imagine this adventure from the other side, where like a bunch of land dwellers have invaded. 4 of them have invaded their home, killed a bunch of their friends, brought their friends back to life, and then are now using their friends to kill them. You know, it really does make them rethink their lives.
They can do that, but I mean, these dudes were like full on. Yeah, Lebensraum. That sounds great.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now people are getting mad at us.
It's true. It's true. So
They have
then
slaves.
are the dead marches? I guess they're Alsace-Lorraine now. Cool. All the lizard folk have French accents, I guess. But like those weird like kind of French German accents. They're all Bavarians. All right. So
I mean, why are we feeling bad about killing these guys? They have slaves.
it's true. They do.
It's true.
I don't feel bad about killing fish, man. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Also, they're evil. I've seen their character sheet. You're fine.
I am fish person racist. It's
I hate fish.
I hate fish.
Je déteste le poisson. All right, so big champ Sahuagin. First attack is with disadvantage, but with bless. I'm gonna roll randomly to determine who, because he's not marked. So
It's not marked or anything.
we'll flip a 3-sided coin.
The zombie has taken damage.
That's true. Yeah, the zombie is.
Zombie's
Yes, the
looking
zombie's
real
weak. So
rough.
maybe in Sekola's name. Yeah, we'll go after the Zamboni because
Zambodis.
It's falling apart. I have advantage against it to cancel it.
And it's their dead friend.
I wouldn't say that they were friends. They're business associates. Okay.
Like, and
I got a 15. I'm not gonna bother rolling the bless. I got a 14 because it's disadvantage. But
so how much damage?
9
plus 5 is 14.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Zombie goes down.
Lorch.
no.
Squished.
Okay.
He was a squishy boy.
All right. So the zombie is the zombie's toast. I'll put them on the GM layer. There we go. And then the second attack. There's nobody else that is bleeding. So we'll go one for each person. We'll go Jewel first. I got a 7, and then 1 for 8. No, it's not gonna happen. Maybe 23. Rin, you wanna?
I'm not gonna.
Okay. All right. So you take 10 damage, 8. No.
Listen, if I stop every single thing that like beats your AC, it's just...
Oh, hey. Nice.
now
All right.
they want to attack
Nice.
you.
Oh,
Nice.
you have 69 health. Nice.
8. It's your turn.
I'm gonna kill him. How dare you?
Okay.
How dare you injure me, peasant fish?
Fish peasant. Stupid.
Excuse me, that's called a pheasant.
Right, exactly. That's okay. I forgot. Yeah, a pheasant is what you get when you mix a fish and a peasant together.
Yep.
Yeah, you hit, Dave.
24 for 15 points of damage.
Okay.
Mark
All right.
fish.
Should go back under the sea, Sahuagin.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
29
Got that crit.
out
Okay.
for a tasty 19 points of damage.
Extremely dead. Massively, entirely toast.
Heck yes.
The deadest.
Okay.
Just pin him to the wall with your javelin. Yank the javelin out, and then he slides to the floor, dead.
Doesn't make a huge amount of difference. Now, stay where I am. I'm going to push over this one at the bottom because he doesn't have bless, so he's got less chance of standing up.
Chat, a fish stick is not a fish on a stick. It's a stick-shaped piece of never mind.
Right. The unblessed one is being pushed to the ground.
Okay.
For fun.
Do we imagine, and like this isn't like, I don't care. I want you to know which ones are blessed and which ones are. But do you think in the fiction of the game, do you think bless has like physical effects? Like, do you glow and do you hear like noise and stuff? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's concentration, so you have to like maintain it.
Sure.
And like you sprinkle holy water on.
Oh
them.
no, I just mean ongoing. Like after you cast it. Like, do you think they're actually glowing and stuff? I think they probably are with like an aura of the god's blessing. Yeah.
I feel like yeah.
I reckon all like ongoing spells do that. Like
I guess it depends on whether you envision your game to be like a more high magic video gamey or low magic. Like I think it'd be like a decision you'd make, like what does magic look like in this world, which would then incline you to make arcana checks. Like if someone casts bless on themselves and then they walk out into a room, would you know A, they have a spell on them, and B,
what
it's
the spell
bless.
is.
Yeah, interesting.
And C, what God is blessing them.
Yeah, like these guys, if we're going the sort of cinematic version, which I usually imagine we are, because it's like a weird cartoon. Like I think they have like glowing, like their shark, sort of the shark stuff is more
it's probably very
overdrawn.
Similar.
Yeah,
it's probably very similar to when you get blessed by any kind of water god.
Well, no, this isn't a water god. Their god is a shark god. It's a god of undersea predators, like the shark.
Like, they're kind of all drawn with pointy lines where you see their scales instead of curved, they're now like pointed.
Yeah. And they probably have like drifting blood kind of floating around them in the air. And
noise.
Cool.
It probably looks real scary.
Yeah. In the same way that when you cast a spell, like verbal components are like not shouting, but you have to project. You can't whisper a spell because people can hear you. Like you can't cast a spell in a room suddenly without meta magic.
That feat. Yeah.
Anyhow, so you turn to the blessed one and you slam the shield into him?
Yeah.
All right, so this isn't a save, so it's just a flat strength roll. I get a 12.
Falls down.
So this boy, I guess I can just put the
Don't worry, his turn is next.
Yeah, I'm checking something. Yeah, okay, so I can just put it on top on the bless effect. Okay, all right, so you slam the sahuagin into the ground. and it leaps to its feet, snarling and spitting. I need to re-add Carl to the initiative because I think I deleted him.
Oh no, not Carl.
Back in the order, Carl. Okay. Order up, Carl. All right, so there are 2 regular sahuagin. They rush in. And I think this one I'm gonna make a roll to see, because the stupid thing for it to do would be attack 8, but it's also blood frenzy because 8 is hurt. Blood. Oh, it got a crit. I got 21. So it's gonna attack Jewel. All right, Jewel. Spear attack. I get a 5. Because you're not injured, right? No. A 5, and then a bite. For 12, misses. You are safe. And then 8 with advantage, same deal. 2-handed spear. I got a 19. Oh, but I get to add the D4, right?
Yes.
Okay. 20, so still a miss. Good job. And then a bite with advantage. I roll a 24. 24.
That'll hit.
Okay. Any interruption, Rin?
Yes, I will interrupt a 24.
Okay.
It's not a crit.
No, not a crit.
Because I can't spell crits, unfortunately.
Need 3 or more.
3.
Okay. All right.
Interrupted.
Okay. And now the priestess. Let's see. Nobody to heal, so I guess it's going to be guiding bolt, I suppose. And it's on 8.
Double advantage.
Well, so she doesn't have advantage on guiding bolt because it's a missile attack, not a melee attack.
Right.
So you're actually fine. I rolled a 20, so very nearly misses you. Blast of light flies past you and smashes against the wall. Chips of stone fly everywhere, and I guess she's like throwing energy sharks at you or something. Okay, and she'll stay because there's still 2 tough guys in between her. The crowd of enslaved humanoids, which I think you can see from where you're standing pretty easily. Yeah. They are like rattling their chains and kind of like fidgeting nervously, but they're not like fleeing or anything. Maybe some of them are like, pulling out like, we got to get out of here. But they overall, they seem like unwilling to move. All right. So, Makaria, it is your turn.
Wee, it's my turn. I see a fellow right in front of me. So I'm gonna step up to the task.
We'll see about that.
Hey, excuse you. I am going to probably just cast Toll the Dead because I'm really out of spells.
On whom?
On the fellow right in front of me.
Right in front of you?
It's not a ranged spell, so
No, yeah, exactly. He's not hurt. But you gotta start somewhere.
I wasn't really in seeing range of who's.
Yeah, that's fine. I got a 13.
He takes 9 necrotic damage.
9 necrotic damage. Okay.
And now he is hurt.
He is hurt. That's right. Okay. It is Carl's turn. So Carl really only has the 1 target available to him. So he's gonna move up and he's gonna take a swing at 8 with his hammer. So with advantage and a D4, I get a 23.
That hits.
Okay, you take 9 bludgeoning.
Oh.
Okay, and then second attack, same thing. It's not gonna be able to hit. It's a 16, so you're fine. All right, Jewel.
Pretty great. They just keep coming to me.
Yeah.
I've got to move.
Yeah. So I'm, rinse and repeat. There's
It's just piston arms going up.
You're Lisa Simpsoning them.
Here I go, killing again.
It's like the scene from I Love Lucy, except instead of like chocolates that I have to wrap, it's just like fish I have to get.
Yeah, or like Homer eating donuts in hell, just like more.
Sorry, I forgot to roll sneak attack on that one.
Okay.
So we just roll /3d6. I had unchecked it. So 19 damage.
That is more than enough to finish this delicious piece of nigiri off.
Okay.
Oh man.
You know what? She sees Makaria and she's like, oh, Makaria's gonna die if I don't do this. So she's gonna step up.
No.
Stab the one in front of her.
Okay.
I have a shield.
Yeah.
And a breastplate.
So you want to fight? Are you fighting the one to the north or the one to the south? Is it Carl or the other one?
The Carl Smashy.
All right.
Unless
So
wait,
combat Carl.
combat Carl, what?
We're sorry.
Hey, did you hit either of those again?
No, they are both uninjured thus far.
That's what I thought. Was 14 hit?
Yes. Yeah, 14 hits, Carl.
Okay. All right, Carl. Take another 5 damage.
All right, Carl takes 5 damage.
I mean, now I feel like Carl's gonna hit me, but it's okay.
I mean, we'll see. Carl's got a way to go before it's his turn again. Rin, it is your turn.
I'm gonna move up to here.
Okay.
And then there's more people than I thought. And then I'm gonna blast Carl.
Aha, you've all clustered up. The Sahuagin sorcerer casts fishball on you.
No, fishball. I will
Fishballs.
cast the classic vicious mockery on our dear
On Carl?
Carl. Yeah.
Okay.
I tell him a dad joke in a Carl fashion.
Okay, so he's blessed. So let's see. He gets a 13. The blessing is not sufficient.
Aha!
You have mocked him successfully.
5 psychic damage, and he gets one of those formatted memes in his brain that's like Rick and Carl from The Walking Dead.
Right, perfect.
That meme.
You're a fish, Carl. All right.
You're a fish, Carl. A fish.
Good. All right. Well, fantastic. 8. It is your turn.
I'm gonna do stabbing.
Do it. Who are you stabbing? Are you stabbing Carl?
Stab Carl. Stab Carl for 27.
Oh my god, vicious mockery.
Wow. 13 damage. Mark Carl.
Okay.
I Sahu. I action search. I Sahu.
Cool. You've applied Karl Marx. Good job.
Let's see if I can. 14 more damage. He's dead now.
Yes, he is dead. Toast. Good work.
Do I want to get up in this? Nah, not really. I'll just go here.
Okay.
Just circle around.
All right. The remaining Sahuagin, this blessed one, attacks you. 8.
Oh, I forgot to do my bonus action. Whatever, not important.
The spear might actually hit with bless. Yeah, 22.
That is my AC.
Okay, you take 3 piercing damage, and then a second attack, which can't hit even on a 4. Okay, second attack bounces harmlessly off your armor. The priestess here up front is going to fire a. Actually, no, she's gonna cast Hold Person on you. So she wiggles her fishy fingers, and rings of light snap around your arms and legs, trying to constrict you like the
Wait, is it the
kelp of the sea.
Is it the one magic card, like the bonds or whatever?
Yeah, kinda. I think
Luminous
luminous bonds. I was gonna say glutinous bonds. I think those come up from the ground. No, I was just describing the Hold Person effect from the D&D arcade game, which is my default visual for every spell.
Oh.
She takes out a stick and throws it on the ground. She's like, sticks to snake, and then you get bit to death and you die. So, can you make a wisdom? I believe a wisdom saving throw.
Yes. No.
No. Okay, you are paralyzed.
Crap.
You are held in place, and you are paralyzed. So
bless ends.
yes, yeah. Is it hold person's concentration?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she doesn't care about this little sahuagin loser anyway. So she freezes you, and then she runs back this way, screaming at the slaves in Murloc. So you don't know what she's saying, and maybe they don't either. Yeah, he's all the way over there. I can't do it. Okay. All right. So let's add a hold person in here. Okay. Makaria, your turn.
I am going to, let's see. The person who's got hold person on 8 is running away, right?
Yeah, you can't really see that. You just heard the panicking
and the yelling.
And yeah.
Okay, well, I guess for firsties, I'll point at this fellow and tell him to go back to bed. DC 15, wisdom save. Go to sleep. It's bedtime.
17.
It's not bedtime. It's whatever. And then I am going to just push past Jewel a little bit and be like, 8. Wake up. 8. Wake up.
8 is playing a 1-player game of light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Got it. Are they levitating?
No, they're just leaned against the wall. Like a shelf.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, exactly, right? Clunk. Like R2 getting hit with the restraining bolt.
Yeah.
I can't actually take an action to smack 8 in the face, but I want to. Wow.
You could, but it wouldn't help. And I think you probably know what kind of spell.
I mean, I've prepared hold person before. I never used it, but I know what's up. I just really would love to take advantage of 8 being incapacitated.
Good.
Well.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. All right. Jewel.
There's one in front of her. As much as she wants to chase down the
yeah, stab this guy.
The one that's there. She doesn't want to leave all of you with someone with actual swords, so she's like, I can get her later. So yeah, we'll stab this Sahuga.
Yes, Sahuga.
Sahuga.
They have multiple actions. They sahu and then they sahu again.
Sahuga. And then they hooga booga with 19 damage.
Good. Okay. Not quite enough to put him in the grave.
Again.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, there you go. You can do it. I believe in you. There's a 50-50 chance of you. There it is.
5 points of damage.
Moitered. Okay, so you slash it, stab it, down it goes.
All right, my turn.
Yep, I use my bonus action, so I can't actually.
Wait, it is your
I
turn,
can
man.
move. I could technically double.
You can still move if
Yeah,
you want.
you can move. Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna move, and then I'm gonna use my cat magic, and I'm gonna move 60.
I love cat magic.
6.
Okay,
She's
hold
gonna
on.
move up
So
to
stop before you go. When you go from here to here, this orc lunges out at you with his big orky arms, trying to grab you and punch you in your face.
What a mean orc. Doesn't he know we're saving him?
He doesn't know. You're just murdering people.
That's fine.
He punches you and he gets a crit. How much,
I
Dave? How much?
I can see him.
How much is unarmed damage? It's do you add your strength bonus?
1 plus strength.
Oh well, I don't.
And then what do
care.
you double in that case? The 1?
Yes.
I think it's
yeah.
just
I guess it counts as a
with.
D1 as opposed
It's
to
a D1, so it's 2
So it's
plus
2.
strength. Okay. All right. You get wailed in the side of the head by an orc for 5 damage.
Oh.
Wow.
He's like lunges out and smashes you into the wall, shoves
Takes
you.
a bunch of people with him. She's like, I am trying to save your life.
So that was when
she
you went
has that
from there to there. What do you want to move again? Because that hobgoblin might do the same.
She'll pause there.
Stop it.
Okay.
So yeah, where did she get hit? It was the first one, right?
Yeah, it was as you were moving from orc to hobgoblin. So
Okay,
you're
so,
actually fine where you were because it's one more step. You're here.
Okay.
And the orc
Oh,
wails on
It
you
was
as
an
you
attack
leave.
of opportunity.
Attack of
so we
opportunity.
left their range.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so she'll stay there and she yells at them like, I'm trying to rescue you. Useless. And it was 5 damage, right? I'm gonna half it to 2. -3. It's -3. Cool. All right. That's her turn. She moved up and she hisses at them.
It's her back. He's bruising for anything. Okay. All right. So now Rin, you can go.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can see the sahuagin.
Mm-hmm.
So I activate my scorching ray hat.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the hat.
And I blast that sahuagin with all the rays.
Okay, I'm gonna give the sahuagin a bit of cover from the lizard people in like the crowded hallway. So we'll just
What, do you get cover from people? I don't what?
We've done that before. Yes, we have. We definitely have. It's a very target-rich environment.
Whatever.
Whatever, who cares?
Okay, so you get three shots.
Meh. I miss.
It wouldn't have made any difference.
15.
Let's see. What's half cover plus 2?
Plus 2, yeah.
Okay, yeah, 15's a hit.
Cool. 4 damage.
Okay.
And then I shoot again.
Yeah.
6 damage.
Let me get you some cool fire effects here. This will make it super cool. Shooting everybody with lasers. All right, so they take another 6 damage. Perfect. All right, I got to make 2 separate concentration rolls. They're both, I think, the same DC because you didn't deal that much damage. So,
fail.
First one is a 9.
Zap.
Yeah, I'm on
You're
held.
fine. Yep.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Right, go.
That's my turn.
All right. 8. It's your turn.
What initiative count are the prisoners on?
They aren't active. They're just making attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, my question.
Oh, hers. They'll get more. They'll like this. The turn will start over when on her turn because she was the one that was shouting at them.
Screw him.
I mean, only one of them has done anything yet. So.
All right, hobgoblin.
So the hobgoblin gets a swing at you. Yes, you're so tough and cool. You can kill a chained up hobgoblin by yourself.
Yeah, we shouldn't have tried anything.
All right, so strength attack. Yeah, he lunges for you. He gets a 10. You just knock him aside.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, sahuagin. My friend has freed me from your fishy clutches, and now I will stab you to death. Does a 12 hit?
It does, yes.
15 points of damage.
Okay.
I will mark them.
All right.
For all the good that does.
Yeah, all the good that does. I'm not going to attack anybody else.
Stab again.
Okay.
That's a critical hit.
Nice.
Dealing 19 further points of damage.
Super dead.
And then I go back up. Push him over.
You just walk around slamming with your shield. You prick. All right.
No, I don't. I do walk back to him and I'm like, we are here to save you. Do not attack me again.
Are we, though?
Yes, they're prisoners.
I thought we were just reconnoitering.
Information.
Isn't that the long form of recon?
No, it's reconnaissance is the long form of the word recon.
What's reconnoiter?
It's another word that means pretty much the same thing.
To make a military observation of a region.
So you are reconnoitering. Yes, reconnaissance is part of your reconnoiter. Yeah, okay, so you walk back and they're all kind of like they're not obviously all on board with like Operation Attack These Strangers. But yeah, some of them are. They all seem to have suffered at the hands of the sahuagin, having been scarred, some more recently than others, by torture. They all bear whip marks on their back and arms, and they look like they are underfed and overworked. So, and they're all chained together at the neck.
They can either stay with the sahuagin and be tortured, or die.
I don't feel comfortable letting you make these decisions. Rin, speak to the group.
Of course.
Don't listen to what she says.
I will do so. And out of character, I've just realized right now in this very moment that my dad used to use the word recce as slang for like checking something out. And it is definitely Australian slang for reconnaissance or reconnoiter.
Oh yeah.
You didn't know that?
There you go.
Recce.
Yeah, do a recce.
There you
That's
go.
so great.
Anyway,
Jules
back to,
pulling
what
out
I
her
was,
lockpicks.
back to what I was doing.
Yeah.
Is there a
sorry, I
lock
just
on
had to
the
have that.
thing?
I don't think it's been welded to them.
Yeah, I don't think they're.
I don't think there's good enough welding tools in the Forgotten
Hey.
Realms.
Hey, that's not your call to make. No,
Heat
I think.
metal.
Yeah, I think there are locks. Yeah.
Okay, then she'll
Probably there is
probably
probably because they wouldn't own like 47 locks. It's probably that the chain is like looped through all of their things and then locked
kind of what I
once.
Yeah. I like address the group in chains and say, we are not here to hurt you. In fact, we can get you out of here. As in out of here, if you just cooperate. Is that something you want?
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, I thought that might be good. I'm going to use my inspiration because I'm sure I have some.
Sure. Yeah.
And do this.
Wait, I could just say that?
I mean,
It works in certain
like
circumstances.
it's just.
28.
Have they caught you on like a low energy day, Adam? First,
I
it's
just don't have time to argue with you. The thing is, let me talk to you about how I'm feeling right now. The game is already so easy, and it's so hard for me to challenge you on anything that even having any kind of like, no, I don't think it works that way argument today just feels so pointless. Because I'm like, you're gonna win anyway.
Look, either way, Adam, 19 or 28, okay? Like,
Yeah, you're fine. You're very good at this. So yeah, I think that the lead orc, maybe the hobgoblin starts to talk, and the orc like shoves him, like, shut up, I'm in charge. And in common, he says, you're not here to rescue us, but we'll take it. And he like lifts his head and he points at the lock.
Jewel, think you can do something about that, maybe?
She goes up to the one that hit her and just looks at them. It's like, you're lucky I'm nice.
I would not have been
Typical.
that nice.
Okay.
Ooh, thieves' tools. Thievy. Handsy. 20.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yep.
And she pops the lock off.
Okay.
So the
Yep.
lock comes off, like, if
So
you had-
they start pulling the chains away, and I think so. Julie, you actually have to be up here to see it. I think 8. You hear but can't see, right? Because the walls are actually further out than here. You hear as the chain rattles down the line. You hear a fight break out down at the further end of the line. You hear like scuffling and grunting and like someone like shouting and yeah.
What?
Yeah, I
What?
looked
Wait,
at it.
who? What?
Okay, these 3 hobgoblins have surrounded and are kicking the shit out of this orc, and then the other orcs have thrown themselves at the hobgoblins, and there's this like fracas going on back
Oh,
here.
yes.
Damn it.
I would prefer to have a non-Sahuagin corpse friend, so please continue killing each other.
We're in the fighting.
The orc near you, Jewel, looks at the hobgoblin like, you want to start something? And the hobgoblin just looks at him like, no, like I don't, it's fine.
So I am just gonna like get into the hallway in front of 8 here, and just shout like, "It's time to go! If you want to leave, now's the moment. If you want to kick the shit out of each other and get chained up again, that's on you." And like see if I can sort of distract them from their like.
Yeah. Make another persuasion check.
Very well. 23.
Nice. Okay. All right. So you start shouting at them, and then this orc comes back, and like after you say, bellows at them, just roars, and they kind of like stop, and the orc like looks, he turns, he's got the hobgoblin's like a handful of hair in his hand, he looks over, and he just kind of like lets him go, and they all separate a little bit, and then these orcs come over, and the orc that you were talking to, he snarls and he says, "What are you doing here?"
Looking around for anything that we can bring back to the town. Information. Anything you know about this place would be helpful.
What do we know about this place? They make us sleep in a filthy room over there. They come, they get us, we break rocks, they send us back. Sometimes we get to eat slop. That's it. Day in, day out.
Just digging then? Just digging tunnels or digging out supports or what?
He leans down, he squints at you, his big, like, heavy brow, and he's like, what do I look like? A dwarf? I don't know what these fish are trying to do.
Fair enough.
Have you done any digging under the water?
And he turns slowly. You're a fool, half-elf. How would we do that?
I don't know. Hold your breath.
He just snorts. He just like flares his nostrils at you. And he turns to the other orcs and he's like, come on, boys. We're getting out of here. Get out of my way. And he like just like shoves you, Rin.
All right. Well, if he wants to go on his own, that's fine. I had like instructions, but if he wants to just like go, that's on him.
Yeah, the orcs are just like, fuck you, we're out of here.
All right.
Taps 8. I'm like, do you want to give them weapons?
No.
Okay.
No.
She's not in charge of the bag of holding.
No, it's
We
just
have a
like,
full armory.
yeah,
So-
we don't really know what they're like. It's,
Yeah, no, that's fair. She asked.
What about the hobgoblins, Adam? Were they any more reasonable? Or are they
Yeah, they're talking. They're like checking each other to make sure they're okay. One of them looks like they have like an old injury. Their arm is kind of like hanging limp at their side, and so the other three are kind of like looking at looking
probably
at them.
trying to see if it's okay? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
What about you four? Know anything about what's going on here?
They one of them looks up as the other three are kind of like talking to themselves. This is the like slightly meeker one that got beat up by that orc. And they look at you and they say, I don't know what you're doing here. This place is a prison. Those creatures, they live down below. Take orders from something, someone. But it's like that big green moron said. They just make us chip away at the rock.
Knowing that they're taking orders from something greater than themselves, some kind of chieftain or something, is helpful. We'll have to look into that.
something with teeth.
Something with teeth.
Oh yes, that thing about the teeth. I forgot that.
All right. Do you have any method of, you know where you're going, or would you prefer I direct you?
They shake their head. They all kind of look at each other.
All right. There's a boat waiting a little way out. If you head to the main exit here on this level, just down that hall and around the corner, you know, like back through the passages that we've been through, you'll find an open door and a lot of corpses, more than likely.
They look pointedly at the like hallway stained
Yeah.
with blood.
Follow that carnage and you'll make it back to the door, and then swim a little way out if you can. And there should be a boat waiting that we're going to use to leave once we're out of here.
One of them in the back says a word. Does anybody speak Goblin? I think we established no one does.
No.
Says a word in Goblin, and then the hobgoblin says something else and turns back, and says, "Is there another way we could go to get out that doesn't
Why?
involve swimming?"
This place is an island.
Unfortunately, this place is, yes, sunk in the water, so you'll have to swim at least some distance any way you go.
And they nod. The other one makes a concerned. The one with like the hurt arm makes a concerned face.
Yeah.
And they
If you
say,
go quickly, you can fight the orcs for our rowboat.
The orcs don't even know about the boat. They just walked away.
You think that there's another way to get there? It's at the door. We didn't hide it.
No, it is. Oh, with the rowboat. Yeah, I guess it's tied off on the side.
Why were you fighting with the orcs? Is this a thing between your races?
the he looks at you like, what, you can talk, and says, they mistreated us. We have been waiting for an opportunity to make good. But it's gone now. It doesn't matter.
Let's see. I'm gonna get 4 spears out, and I'm gonna give them a spear each in case they want to kill the orcs.
Okay, so you just like they gape in surprise as you like draw spears out of this magic bag.
Yeah,
And like one of them when he sees you draw a spear out of the bag, like they see the head of the spear and like, oh, like a pointy and then you like it keeps going, and one of the hobgoblins like goes like claps a little, and the other one nudges them like, stop it, you're embarrassing me. And then you hand out the spears, and so they take them.
And
Hey,
I
we
say,
now have 56 spears instead of 60 spears.
Mhm.
yeah, and I say, if you see the orcs trying to commandeer our boat, kill them for us.
And the leader of the hobgoblins is like, if I kill orcs, it's for me, not for you.
Well, then enjoy that instead.
If you kill orcs, it's.
There are also 2 lizard folk here, right?
Is that right?
Yes, yeah, they've kind of slunk away over into the corner over here and are like talking to themselves in a slow hiss. The hobgoblins take their spears and
So while the hobgoblins are being like marshaled, I'm gonna go over towards the
okay. Yeah, the hobgoblins are gonna take off. They're gonna leave.
the lizard.
What's
folk.
bigger, an orc or a hobgoblin?
Orcs, definitely orcs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hobgoblins
I think
are like human
definitely
size.
I think hobgoblins are like a little shorter than human size. I know bugbears are really small. It's like goblins, bugbears, hobgoblins.
Bugbears are big.
Bugbears are.
I think
big.
they're short though. I think they're like short and
I thought
like.
they were like 6 feet, man.
I think they're actually.
Are they
like,
tall now? Because
like
they used to
really
be
big.
small.
I mean, being with bug in your name, you'd think you'd be small, but let's find out.
They're
But they also have bear
they're
in their
hunchy,
name.
Long-armed guys.
They just like hunch over. They have bad posture.
Bugbears are basically Wookiees. Is definitely.
Bugbears used to be just big goblins.
Yeah, they did.
And then hobgoblins were also just big goblins, but a different kind of big goblin. Like they were all related.
Between 6 and 8 feet
Oh,
tall
wow.
and 250, 350 pounds.
So they're they are Wookiees.
They're big boys.
Weird.
Bugbears.
So, going over to the lizard folk, Adam.
Yeah.
I address them in common. I don't even know if they speak common, but
I don't know either. Let me find out.
address them in common and be like, if anyone knows this place, it would be you. Where are we going to find them? What are we going to find?
One of them says something to the other in like a sibilant, like hissing language. Does anybody speak Draconic?
I do.
I do not.
Quite sure I do. Hang on. Let me double
It's a
check.
wizard language. You probably picked that up.
Yep.
Yes, I do. I speak
Okay.
Draconic.
So you say something in common, and then one of them in Draconic to the other one says, what did that hairless ape say?
And then I say back in Draconic, your rescuer has said that you two would know this place better than any of the others. What are we going to find below, if you had to guess?
The one of the lizard folk turns and says, now, hard to say. Before, Warrens, the rookery, home. Now only blood, death, the sea below. Flooded everything.
They've been having you dig tunnels? Do you know for what purpose structurally in this place?
Not tunnels, rooms, chambers. Lizard folk, we prefer hallways, closed space, safety. These bigger, wide, tall ceiling.
Once you flood it, it's all space.
Yeah, I mean the lizard folk it makes a face like ugh, gross.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I agree. Right. So just making the place more habitable for them and less for you. Shame. We're going to have to head deeper to figure out what exactly we need to bring back to the town. 2 of your people, I can't remember the names out of game. Adam.
Yeah, their names are
remember.
Lizard A and Lizard B.
Yeah, like I have lizard people written in my notes.
I will find it for you.
I appreciate that.
Their names are Garurt and Vith. I feel like Garurt would be a hard thing to say if you're a lizard person, but whatever. Yeah, Garurt and Vith.
Got it. So I say 2 of your people, Garurt and Vith, they were on a council to create a defense to strike back at this place. We are here to gather information for them and for the rest of the council to bring back so that we can attack this place with some reasonable force, or at least defend Saltmarsh from whatever might be coming from here.
Yeah, and they're like nodding along, and one of them says, "So our people live. We thought all would be dead."
I imagine with 2 representatives that some of them at least remain.
They would have gone into the swamp.
Mm.
This is
And
good. And you are here for why?
To find out as much as we can about this place and bring back as much information and debilitate this section of Sahuagin as much as possible before we leave.
War comes. We are to reclaim home,
That's the plan.
but all is drowned. Where will we live? These
I think-
fish and their god, their magic, raise tides when tide should not raise.
Then perhaps once their magic is dispelled, the tides will ebb.
And you would do this?
If we can. The first things first, we must get rid of them. The Sahuagin here are like a plague, and they will continue to plague you while they are here. Fixing and building can come after.
When you see Rin say like, "That's why we're here. We're reclaiming this for you," like there's a very like arched brow. Like, really? That's okay.
I'm speaking in Draconic.
Yeah, you don't understand that unless you
Oh,
speak
right,
Draconic.
right,
They're all
yeah.
just hissing and growling at each other.
Do they need weapons?
Like weapons to leave this place. I assume you can swim.
Are there? Yeah, they. There's the Draconic equivalent of a laugh, right? This like punctuated hiss, and they say, "Best to skulk and slink now rather than slay." Are there more between here and the way out?
I don't think so. There may be. We've taken some time. There may be a patrol or 2. But otherwise, I think you should mostly be safe.
There was among us a human, too weak to work.
We
Have you found him?
We did, in the cage.
And?
Unfortunately, his wounds were too severe. He died.
His will to live was strong until the end.
He told us to fear the teeth or something of that sort before he died.
Nightmares. Something below. Darkness in the water.
We'll have to descend, so I'm sure we'll see.
Yeah, and so you get a big, like, scaly hand on your shoulder. Like, good luck. And then they scamper away, part way on 2 feet and part way on 4. They kind of like scamper off into the hall, away from you, and disappear.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, cool. All right.
I turn back and I say, like, they say the digging has only been to dig out chambers and bigger spaces for the Sahuagin to live. You know, you drown a room and it's more space. The bigger it is, the taller it is.
Yes. Anything else useful?
Nothing particularly. That there's something dark and dangerous below, but nothing we didn't already know.
Let's go kill it then.
Okay. All right. So on that, I think we'll fade to break, and when we come back, I think I feel like you're pretty much done almost with level 1, right? There's very little left to explore.
Yeah.
There's maybe like 1 or 2 more little bits, but yeah, maybe it's time to descend down into the water. You still got spells going. You still got breathing in the water time. So cool. All right, stick around. We'll be right back with more Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Whether you're a brand new fan or a longtime viewer, you can support the show and the cast of Roll20 Presents by going to roll20.net/start/Roll20Presents and signing up for a free account. Dungeon Masters will find maps, tokens, and a cornucopia of exciting tools to improve their game. Players will gain access to built-in character sheets with support for dozens of different role-playing games. No matter what role you take, our quantum randomized dice roller is there to keep the action moving. Don't wait to join the party. Sign up today at roll20.net/start/Roll20Presents.